Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hussam Dilai. In this video, I'll show you how to use WhiteSource Bolt in order to scan for vulnerabilities in our libraries that we use in our software projects. Here we'll scan for issues like licensing issues or also the libraries that are too old. So WhiteSource Bolt could be used to scan libraries that are Nuget packages, Maven, PIP, NPM, and many more. So today we'll see how to use WhiteSource Bolt in Azure DevOps to integrate it in our CI pipeline, so that in each time we build the app, we'll go to run those scans to make sure that the developers didn't misuse any of the open source tools in our software development project, so that we stay always compliance to the open source licensing. So to start with, here I have opened the official website for WhiteSource. So here we need to understand that there is actually two offerings. One is open source and it's free to use, and there is a paid subscription if you want to get even more resources and more reports. And then I'll run those scans against a sample app that I have it here available on GitHub, so you can go to here, forget, and then use it with this demo. And to start with, I'll actually create a new CI pipeline. So here in Azure DevOps, they have already created a project and they have some pipelines, but in addition to those, I'll go actually to create a new pipeline. And from the options here, I go to choose the classic editor, which is the simplest to use. And later we'll see how to use WhiteSource Bolt from YAML configuration. So let's start with the simple option here. So I go to choose my repo from GitHub. Here I go to connect to my GitHub, and then I'll choose the right repository, which is in my case here called web app with database demo. I'll select it. By default, we'll go to pick master. I'm okay with that. Then I'll continue. And later, Azure DevOps will suggest to me some of the templates because it knows my project is ASP.NET Core application. So it will suggest some templates. And here I'll go to choose ASP.NET Core. I'll apply. This will create those sample tasks for me. First of all, it will get the source code from GitHub. Then it will restore the Nuget packages, it will build the app, run unit tests, and publish the application into a zip folder. Then it will publish the artifact into the drop folder. So I'm going to make some changes of this default template. So here I'll go to ask it to run only the web app project, okay? And then I ask it also to run the unit tests for my web app unit test project. And now from here I want actually to run the WhiteSource Bolt analysis. For that, I'll go to add a new task. So here if I look for WhiteSource, note that here in the marketplace section we have two WhiteSource extensions that we can install into Azure DevOps, whether that is Azure DevOps Services or Azure DevOps Server. So we have the first one here is the WhiteSource, which is the paid subscription, but you can install it for free. And then the one we'll be using today is the WhiteSource Bolt, which is the open source project. Note here it tells me it's installed, but for you, if you didn't already have installed it, it should write here install. Then you click on that button and it will open an external window, and from there you can install it. I can go to this link actually to view that extension from the Visual Studio Marketplace. So from here I can click get it free, and then you can go through the simple process to install it and add it in your Azure DevOps. Later when you come back to Azure DevOps, you click refresh, and then you should see the two tasks added right here, WhiteSource, then WhiteSource Bolt. I'll pick WhiteSource Bolt, I'll add it to my pipeline, and here actually I'll add it exactly after the restore step, because in this time I have all my packages already downloaded after running the .NET Restore. And here is the same principle that goes for Java. So after downloading your Maven projects, your Maven libraries, then you would run the task for WhiteSource Bolt. To configure this task, actually, we don't need to do anything in this case. We just need to give it the root working directory. And in my case here, I want to run it against the source code that is available right here. We have some advanced settings if you want to, in order to exclude some files or to add some other folders in order to scan them. I'm fine with this. So it's a simple configuration right here. So now I'm ready to save and dequeue this project, save and run. Azure DevOps started provisioning an agent for me. So if I go here to the agent job, I should see that in a few seconds, Azure DevOps will spin up that agent, and it will start by getting the source code and then restoring the Nuget packages. And then it did run here WhiteSource Bolt. If I click right here, I can see that it did actually generated a report, and now I can see the results of the scan analysis from Azure DevOps itself. So if let's just wait for it to finish running the pipeline. And then if I go back to here, I should be able to see that after installing this extension into Azure DevOps, it added this section here, WhiteSource Bolt build report. If I click on that, I'll be able to see the generated report about the libraries that I'm using in this project. So you can see that here in security point of view, we have some vulnerability score medium. Vulnerable libraries, I have 4 potential vulnerabilities here. And the severity distribution, you can also see the aging vulnerable libraries, the libraries that are older than 90 days. So I have 2 old libraries. And here I can see actually what those libraries are. So because we said already that WhiteSource supports .NET, JavaScript, Java, and many other programming languages, here it did analyze it actually the npm packages I'm using. So here it tells me that here I have an issue that I actually need to upgrade to a newer version, and that I have an XSS security vulnerability here. The same goes for the jQuery npm package that I'm using, so I should actually update or upgrade those packages to latest versions available. And then it will check for the license risks and compliance in this section here. So it detects that some of the libraries I'm using, they use the MIT license, and 2 others uses the Apache 2.0 license. And it's okay here, those are open source and they can use them in my project. We have some analysis for outdated libraries. So those are all old libraries, and we need either to update them or to check if they still maintained by their creators. And some analysis for the inventory. For each package, it will tell me what is the license that is used from here. So this gives me a nice dashboard to make sure that I'm still compliant in regarding the licensing of the open source libraries that I'm using in my application, so that I don't worry later with legal problems. Great, so this was the analysis that we get from a simple pipeline by simply integrating the task into our CI pipeline. Here I have another pipeline where I have a bit more sophisticated stuff. So here I'm using multiple agents to build not only the web app, but also to build the database, to run some UI tests using Selenium, to then copy artifacts for ARM templates, and so on. And here, when building the app, I'm running some Sonar Cloud analysis. And I'm also here, I have added the WhiteSource Bolt task. So what I can do here, actually, I can use either this Visual Classic editor, or I can also use YAML configuration files. This is the new trend, which uses the configuration as code. So from here, if I want now to use YAML file, I can include this into my YAML file simply by going to, say, View YAML, and I can go to copy this code from here and include it in my YAML file. Okay. And here I have another pipeline where here I'm actually using the YAML file, Azure Pipelines CI/CD. So here I'm using some policies for accepting the pull requests and accepting the triggers and so on. And they have multiple stages with multiple jobs. First job will build the web app. Okay, it will start by running the .NET Core restore command, and at this exactly after this task I want to add the WhiteSource Bolt. So I can go to the exact place where to add it, and here I look for WhiteSource, and then I click on here, and now we have this visual editor available on Azure DevOps, which will help me to generate YAML code. So the root working directory is the only input I need to add right here, and here I'm okay. I can keep it using just the current working directory, so nothing to change. I'll just go to click add, and this will generate this YAML code, and it will add that task in my YAML configuration file. I don't need input, so I'll go to delete it. So it's that simple. Just add one line of code and the magic will happen. Great. So if you are looking to get this YAML file, you can get it on GitHub on the same repo that I showed you earlier, and this should be it, Azure Pipelines CI/CD.YAML. So this was it for this demo. I hope you like it, and if you want to get more resources and learn more about DevOps, containers, and Kubernetes, I invite you to go to check out some of the videos that I'm posting regularly in my YouTube channel, where here you'll find, I hope you will find lots of content that you will enjoy it. I also have some courses on Udemy, and one of my courses is Learn Azure DevOps CI/CD Pipelines. So go to look for that course, and if you want, I can send you a free coupon if you send me an email asking for that. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye. My God, it's always hard to make a video.